Hi, welcome back to the Chasing Tone podcast. I'm extremely laid back today because we have ditched the microphones. I'm Travis.
I'm Max.
I'm Max too.
Yeah, Max squared, if you will.
Exactly.
But it's weird. Like, you know how you get on stage and you sing or whatever?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Exactly. Like, normally I hide behind my guitar, and now it's like, oh man, it's weird.
I'm literally in the same position every episode since we started.
Yeah, good point. You were completely unaffected by this. I'll probably still sit like this the whole time.
I will bow to no microphone.
I just need something right here.
Something to fidget with?
Yeah.
You're a fidgeter.
I am a fidgeter.
Yeah. It's might be caffeine dependence.
Caffeine and nicotine.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say the latter. That's your dirty laundry, cuz.
Oh,
keep that off Facebook.
I know, man.
Right?
I tell you, that nicotine gum will kill you.
Okay, so some good stuff today. Unless you guys got anything?
I'm good.
Okay,
No, I got nothing, and that's Chasing Tone.
But, okay, so some good stuff on here. I don't like that one. But some good stuff on here. I
You picked up the wrong one.
I guess we need to go to the Roy Westernhausen Smith one, right? I mean, it's almost like something we have to do now. So
It's almost the portion. This is the Roy Western.
this is the Roy Western
show.
This podcast is brought to you by Roy Westernhausen Smith.
Inventor of the live chicken in the bag.
Yeah, but president of the Lexana Square Dancing Association and everything else. But anyway, he's on Facebook now.
I saw that.
Yeah, his profile picture is pretty sweet.
It is.
He does. Diabetes. He looks like that guy.
He does.
Now I'm going to catch some slack from somebody who's going to say, I have diabetes, and that's not cool to say it that way. Whatever. So, what, do you have it?
At least you don't catch any flack from
Okay,
it.
exactly.
With the CK.
Hey, all I'm saying is cut me some flack. You know? Come on. So, how's your rooster a-swinging, B-Rye of the Wampa Tootsie clan? My old Roy was cattle prodding a few pygmy chickens this morning when I got a fantastic idea. Only I have a feeling he probably says ID. Hear me out, fella. The pedal in a bag. You get all those little gizmos and gadgets, get you a paper sack or a nice Walmart sack, throw them all together and pow, pedal in the bag. Paint the bag pretty blue or fuchsia. I love fuchsia. And you line them up, kick the bag, and wail like Conway Twitty on liquid Viagra. What? I'll draw up the contract.
Such a thing,
yeah, I'll draw up the contracts. You sign them, and we'll make $1 million Robert De Niro's. Let me know, fella. And remember, I get 59%. Adios, my homies. Roy Westernhouse Smith, inventor of the live chicken in the bag, sent for my iPhone. The sad thing is there's a company that's kind of doing that.
Pedals in the bag?
Not in a bag, but basically you pick the components. Basically what it was it was Barber. Weren't they doing that? I think he was doing something along the line. I know he was doing something really cool. I think and maybe I'm way off on this, but I could have swore there was something like there's a disabled family friend that also worked for him that built pedals. So he was saying, hey, we're selling these pedals kind of as a discount because they take a little bit longer and they may not be soldered as pretty or whatever. But, all proceeds go to him and he's a hard worker, But I think maybe he was just thinking about it, but I could have swore there was something like you could voice your own pedal kind of thing.
Oh, no.
Or like, you could pick certain components or whatever.
Right.
I think he was doing something like that.
That's where all the components just
Am I just making this up?
I don't know. I haven't,
Nothing?
I see Dave Barber on the forums every now and then, but I haven't.
Yeah,
I don't have like a friend relationship like I do with Josh or something.
Right, yeah.
JJ.
By the way, that podcast with Josh was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those guys are crazy.
It smelled so bad.
I've been sweating all day long.
I'm not good with the dimensions, but I'm pretty sure it was a small room for
Kind
6
of.
dudes.
It was pretty small.
And we were all out.
12 by 16 maybe.
Okay, yeah, see, that means nothing
Maybe
to
10
me.
by 16.
But
yeah, probably 10 by 16.
all I know is it was after working in 100-degree, 70% humidity weather at sometimes 100% humidity.
With no airflow.
With no airflow. Although we had it way better than poor Joe Morgan, dude.
Yeah.
He was in a terrible
was so hot.
We're talking about the GearFest.
Yeah, oh yeah, GearFest
for Sweetwater.
For Sweetwater.
They have these tents set up, and all these manufacturers are in a tent, and they do have these fans that oscillate, or they're supposed to oscillate. Ours didn't. So if
and even the hood scoop thing that propels the air, it was like
Right. Ours was all messed up.
Yeah, it
So,
was
but I
terrible.
mean, if you happen to be in like the corner where the fan just won't blow,
Uh-uh.
then you're screwed.
And not only was Joe Morgan back there, I want to talk about him a little bit more.
Right next to Freeman Amps, too.
Yeah, he was right next to Dave Freeman and Amps, but he was like tucked behind them even.
Mm-hmm.
So he had literally 6 4x12 cabs in
Right.
front of him. But anyway, it was just brutal back there. It was rough. But I will say one thing about Joe. Probably the nicest blackface sounding amp I've ever played in my life.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ben Fargent, I love your amp, but this maybe it's just because it was new, rose-colored glasses, but it just had something that was like, it didn't sound like a straight-up blackface.
Which one was that again? I forget which model.
Oh,
He had
man.
two that are awesome. One
The
was
22 water,
the
one was a
22
50 water.
Yeah, I think it was the MV22.
Something like that.
Or SW. No, let me ask.
Yeah,
It
something
was,
like
no, it
that.
was something like
Was it
that.
Yeah, something like that.
But
They're
But just
both
shoot
like
Joe an
that.
email. It's the blackface-ish amp.
yeah,
Amazing.
man, it was one of those things that's like, it still had its own thing. Like,
Right.
most of the like really nice blackface amps I like, my Fargent is awesome, and it still has its own thing, but it really, really resembles
Right.
a super reverb to my ear.
Right.
This thing, it like flirted with those growly, mid-rangey, throaty Fender tones of like a Deluxe or Vibrolux, but still had like the lush warmth in the mid, so it just sounded really round.
Mm-hmm.
To where to me, I think the best Fender amps kind of have a mid bump a little bit to them, to where this one sounded completely round, completely perfect, but didn't lack those tones that we love from those amps.
Punchy, though, in a good way.
Yeah. Now, you really like the 22 water.
I really like the 22 water.
I really like the punch of the 50, but I think that's strictly a headroom issue.
I tend to like the higher wattage amps.
Yeah.
Because of the headroom.
That, and because you use a lot of pedals.
Because I use pedals.
You know, and to me, I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this. Definitely. Yeah. Flack. But I'm gonna catch some slack for this one. But I don't really like Fender drive tones.
Like an overdriven? Or
Yeah, like
a
a
Hot Rod
crank.
Deluxe?
No, like a cranked, like old. Like I've had a 65 Princeton reverb. I've had a 65 Deluxe reverb. Like real ones, real blackface ones, and I didn't like the way they sound when you cranked them up.
Did you turn the bass down?
Yeah, off.
Did you?
Turned it off.
Say, I used to have that problem before I discovered I just need to turn the bass
Yeah.
down.
Oh yeah. You have. I turn it off, especially
Really?
even on Marshalls. Like
What?
whenever I turn a Marshall all the way up, I turn the bass off.
Yeah.
Because it'll just woof and wool
Right,
and all those
it's
weird
all-
words that come along with it. But that being said, that's why I like the 50 watt version better than the 22 watt version.
Yeah.
Now, when you play cranked Fender tones, it sounds great.
That's my jam, though.
That is your jam. Come on, that's my jam.
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Preserves.
If you want me
That's
to
my
die,
Yeah, preserves are my jam.
I know.
But-
Toast.
And toast.
A little bit of wheat toast.
Stop!
butter.
You're making me hungry. What time is it? It's late. I need to eat lunch. We'll be right back.
And then we're back.
But yeah, I just had to give props to that amp, and that was the first time I ever met Joe, and it was
super nice dude.
It was like 749 degrees in that tent, and he was still willing to talk guitars and talk amps and just, and I hate to say it, but he had to know I wasn't a buyer.
Right.
I mean, I'm working, I'm a vendor, it says right on my tag, but yeah, he still took the time out to talk with me as if I were a buyer. So that was cool too, but, thanks, Joe. Let's get to the list, right?
Boom.
I'm going to try out a new one instead of come on. We'll say over. But
How
I'm
do you
taking,
spell the...
I'm not. I don't know yet. Over.
Maybe CH? Over CHHHH?
It's got to have a K in there. CHK. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'm just
Just
riffing.
work on that.
I'm just riffing on that. Yeah, I've tried out some new laughs. I think I've settled in on one.
How's that one go?
I don't know. It's got to.
You gotta
I can't do laugh requests.
Really?
Something's got to be funny.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great... You gotta tell the story. You gotta tell the story.
Max is a freak. That's the story. Max takes videos of people when they're in the shower.
We were
The door was closed,
away
yeah.
on business, and
Yeah, business. Of course, Max's business is
yeah. So it's not like
voyeurism.
It's not like we live with each other. But, hotel room. Travis is in the room.
Deep
Yeah,
shower.
basically.
Right?
Travis in the shower, doors shut, obviously.
And it's so early.
It's like
Right.
7:30 in the morning, right?
Which is like so early.
And it's a small hotel room, so it's not like
yeah.
Max was
Yeah.
And he was 10 feet away.
My
No
bed
matter
is
where he was
literally
at.
like right by the bathroom. Like you could touch the bathroom door from my bed, right? And like I'm watching the news, and all of a sudden you hear this, da-do, from behind the closed door.
Strangers in the Night.
Strangers in the
Frank
Night. And this goes on for like 20 seconds. And then there's like this 3 or 4 second pause. And Travis goes, nailed it.
I did, man. I was on it.
The funny part was he doesn't think anybody's listening.
No.
This is internal.
Yeah.
It's actually external.
So I'm telling you, my timbre was good. My vibrato was nice. My phrasing, I mixed up the phrasing if I remember correctly.
So
I was riffing.
I was like, I have to get this on film, just me filming the door with the sound, recording. It's like if I don't, nobody's gonna believe me that Travis is like humming "Strangers in the Night." So check it out.
Yeah.
Bam. There it is.
Yeah, so maybe we should talk a little bit because there's a weird pause. Or maybe we should give time for the pause. Here's the pause. Okay, I don't know if we did it. That's for Bob. Sorry, dude. Now he's going to be like, that doesn't match up.
This video was 21 seconds. That was 2 seconds. Just freeze frame my face.
It's stretch.
There it is.
But, no.
The list, come on.
I mean, I was riffing.
You were, man.
Over.
Hashtag strangers in the night. Over.
Hashtag strangers in the night. Hashtag over. Nah, it's probably not going to take off, but
That's going to be hard to spell.
yeah. But we can just go with over.
So I'm thinking like Kirk. See, Kirksh. Kirk.
Kirk. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, but we just gotta. You might have to explain. I've started a new hashtag. Hashtag.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's my new one.
Did you do that at the very beginning of these podcasts?
Probably. I just forget.
Maybe it was hashtag hash brown.
Cause yeah, the hash brown hashtag. My thing is like I see all these people post like 400 hashtags, and at first you're like, okay, that makes sense, so it's searchable. But then I don't read what they say about their post.
Right.
And then it seems so. Is this word disingenuine?
Sure, that's a word.
Okay.
Proud of you.
Yeah, to the post, because it's like, okay, literally all I did was take a picture and copy and paste something from my notes, to where it's like, now I'm just going to put something that relates to the photo, because not everything has to say clean tone. You know what I mean? And I'm sure, I don't know, maybe I just don't understand the marketing aspect, which is probably pretty true. But so what do you think about the pedal in the bag thing? No, not doing it? Okay. Let's do. All right, I'll answer that one for you, so you don't have to be the bad guy. So, okay, this one is actually pretty good.
Try again.
This is from Eric Sims.
Okay. Yeah, totally
Okay.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, who is a completely different person than
It has
Roy
nothing to do
Westonhouse.
with Roy Westonhouse.
No. It says, "Hello, gang. I'm an eternal newbie to the electrification of guitars. Although, did you know Muddy Waters invented electricity? I did not know that. It's not true." As Benjamin Franklin. How can you say that a dude invents electricity just because he got electrocuted?
I thought it was God.
You know what I mean? Wrong podcast, bro.
Not just lightning
Yeah, I know.
or cloud or scientists.
Right. It's like, if I got mauled by a bear, did I invent bears? Who invented sheepdogs? All right. So anyway, he says,
Jesus.
yeah, I did not know that. Okay, about them. Anywho, let's say you have, this is where the question starts. And this is really good, man. It really is. I say that as if it's a surprise. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean it that way. But let's say you have a decent guitar, Squier Protone, which are great guitars. Don't sleep on a Squier Protone. If you find one, buy that thing, man. It's great. Except for the necks are real skinny. And you want to upgrade the electronics besides the pickups, Grosh 60s Fats. Great pickups. What all can be done to upgrade? I've heard the term orange capacitor, pots, 5-way switch, etc. Is this worth it, or just use the money on another pedal? Yes, a Wampler pedal.
Ding.
Ding. Yeah. You got to do the smile with the ding. Okay. He's like, will the guy in the back row stand up or scream, he's got cheap pots in that thing? Will I or the
Imagine
audience?
If you're at a concert and someone said he has cheap pot, everybody'd be hitting you up after the gig.
Yeah.
Thinking,
Yeah, I
Let's
would
be
think
honest.
so.
Nobody likes cheap pot.
Depends. But depends on your tolerance, bro. But will I or the audience notice a big difference? I'm talking about the tolerance of the pots.
Electricity.
Plus or minus 20%.
Yeah, but I think pots and the other electronics make a difference.
Yeah, I notice it. One
The
thing
pots do.
I ought to do is I ought to change out the pots and a cheaper guitar that I have that has, and I'm not saying everything from China is cheap. I'm not. But this happens to have cheap Chinese electronics. I should maybe swap those out and see what kind of difference it makes. Who knows? But
Well, I mean, the truth is, if we're being honest, basically all of those components are Max
Yon Cam.
Okay.
Does Max work nights?
Anyways, almost all components are made from China anyway, so you're not going to buy capacitors and resistors and stuff like that from America.
Right.
Because there's no companies that do it.
Right. There's ones that sell it.
Yeah, there's distributors. But
Yeah.
they're made by companies in China. So.
Yeah.
So there's good potentiometers, there's bad potentiometers. It doesn't matter if it's American or Chinese.
Right. And
They're from China anyways.
And orange caps or orange capacitors or just caps that most people. What's the two most? Is it .047 and .22?
047
Yeah.
and
0.022.
is it 022?
Okay.
I think so.
But anyway,
I like a little lighter cap in mine, but
really, yeah, I don't know
I think
anything about it.
I think I put a 0047 or something just to, I don't even use my tone pot.
Yeah, me
Something
neither.
like that, so.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know.
The big thing is, I think I did a video. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but it's where it's like a brightness cap. So you roll your volume down,
Okay.
and the tone gets a little more bright.
Right.
So
Okay.
I like that. Some people don't like that.
Okay. But if anything, it's cool to be. Because here's the thing with a guy like you and me who don't use a tone pot often, it's nice to give it like an extra trick, to kind of like say, hey, maybe now I'll use this.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I've seen guitars with buttons and switches and,
I saw today on Facebook a guy who had a sovereign pedal attached.
I
to
saw
the guitar.
that. I saw that. Maybe he wanted to do like the Matt Bellamy thing.
Could be.
Do you know what I mean by that?
To make it hard to step on. But
Yeah. I don't know. You never know where his feet are.
that's true. Might be handy though to just be like, need some more gain.
Yeah, you know what happens when you assume?
What?
Google it, monkey. Right? Is that what he said? No, see, I said that derogatory. You can't say that derogatory. Look, you really don't know?
I don't know.
Whatever. But no, that's great. Yeah, we'll put that in text on the bottom. I like how I say we, and Bob's back here listening like you don't do anything. Me and Nevin
You
do.
guys talk.
Yeah.
I do the work.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Nevin.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was one on here that I really liked. I can't find it. It was the one.
Uh-oh.
If you could step into the rig of any player alive today and wail in front of 20,000 people, who would it be and why?
Eddie Van Halen,
Really?
Brad Paisley, George Lynch on the second Lynch Mob album.
Yeah. You definitely like the rockin' and the rolling.
The Rocky.
The rockin'
crazy
and the
guys.
roll.
You are the crazy guys rocking the rockin' controlling. It's a good.
It's good.
It's a good.
Very dangerous.
The women. How much for the women? So that's Blues Brothers, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
Blues Brothers? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to think that, hey,
You're not into
Yeah,
slave
okay.
trading.
But, okay. So that's three
Off
real
the
good
top of my
ones.
head, that's what I'd say.
Yeah. Max?
Oh man, probably John Mayer for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or we were talking earlier, probably Bonamassa.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to go with
Yeah.
Bonham. Well, here's the thing. You got to be a fan of the tones he could achieve with that rig.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying grab his tone. I'm talking about his gear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He's got so much available, so you got to go there.
Billy Gibbons might be kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. So mine would obviously be Eric Johnson.
Eric
How could
Johnson.
you not?
See, like,
How could
I
you
just
not
got to add
play?
to my list now.
Yeah. How could
Eric
you not
Johnson.
be like, I just want to hit one note and bend, like just bend a D up to an E,
Yeah,
and then just get that
definitely,
one sound.
definitely Eric Johnson. Steve Vai, Passion and Warfare album.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite tones. Some of my favorite tones.
Is
on
he
that
still alive?
album. Steve Vai.
I'm joking. We just saw him.
Yeah.
Funny.
He's killing it.
Yeah, but no.
Teaching some
In fact,
chords.
we were on his DVD. On the
Were we really?
It was whenever we were talking to Dave, the guitar player.
Yeah.
I guess it was on the part of his DVD.
Nice. Yeah, Jason posted a picture because he
picture.
said Max was in it. Max is like, I didn't work here then.
Yeah, I think that was.
I did work there.
Oh, did you?
I worked
You just
I think
didn't
it
get
was one of the
invited?
techs.
I got invited.
Gotcha. But I said gotcha. But no, that's awesome. Yeah, to me, Eric Johnson, number one. And then another one I would like to try, but I know if I played this rig, I would sound terrible. Derek Trucks.
Yeah.
I guarantee it, I would sound, because my right hand is so far removed from what he does with his,
Right.
that I bet you I would just sound bassy and woofy and muddy. But you listen to Derek Trucks play, man.
SG right into super.
Yeah. Well, he used to use a plush. What was their kind of big overdrive?
Stone Temple Pilots.
No, no, I'm talking about, it's Andy Fuchs's pedal.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Isn't that Andy Fuchs? It's Fuchs,
I think
right?
so.
Yeah, he bought the name Plush because Plush used to be old pedals. Is that right? Is that how it works?
I think so.
But,
But next time
uh,
you're plush, I think it's Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Pile driver speakers too. And
Now
then
that guy just died.
Yeah,
The guitar player for Scott Weiland.
The guitar player name?
Yeah, for his what is his what's the Weiland something about Scott Weiland and the such and such or whatever.
living in Scott Weiland, I'm like, he's gonna be like Keith Richards. You can't knock that guy down.
Yeah, Keith Richards has been dead for 15 years and no one's bothered to tell him. Look at him, no? Nothing?
Yeah.
That
That's
guy is
just
a
dumb.
survivor, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, whenever he dies, we're going to have to cut him in half and count the rings to see how old he was. Like Dick Clark. They did that.
Walt Disney said.
Yeah, Walt Disney said. Did you see that on the podcast? And that was it Nevin or
Nope.
Bob? Somebody was like, nope. But, yeah, I'd have to. Derek Trucks, but definitely Eric Johnson. I would love to try that. I mean, you could take his clean tone and trash it because he's got the worst effect on it of all time. Speaking of which, is like, we'll jump right to it. It said, also name an effect you will never buy.
I forgot to get Max's.
No, he
No, we
did.
were talking about mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Didn't you?
Yeah, John Mayer.
What about Warren
Oh, that's
Haynes?
right, that's
Come
right,
on.
that's right.
Oh yeah, Warren would be tough. Man.
Warren Haynes?
Yeah, that'd be a fun town.
Yeah.
I've seen his like up close and personal. I just can't
Mhm.
play it. That'd be really fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
Warren for sure.
And of course, Brad Paisley because he's gone plexi.
Actually, he's been using the Plex, and I was using the JTM 45 or a Bluesbreaker 1, I forget,
He was
for
using
a while.
a JMP. It was a mid '70s JMP
Is that what it
50
was?
combo.
That's I
Yeah.
know when I last saw him. That
That was
was
still
like
the
that
full-
was one of his main tones was
Mhm.
running through that amp.
Yeah, and it was a 4-input, so it's basically like that plexi circuit.
Right.
But,
Yeah, he sounded great.
yeah.
But I mean, he still sounds like him. You know what I mean?
of course.
So.
But now it looks cooler, and he has more street cred with me. And one of them's a Germino. Phil Trainer was telling me that. One of them's a
Mhm.
Germino.
Those
Yep.
are cool amps.
That's another one. The Charlie Starr. I'd like to play his rig, which is a JCM 800 in a Germino. That'd be fun. There's a lot of guys out there, but for me, the number one would be Eric Johnson, and of course, I mean Joe Bonamassa, just because I've talked about this before, but you know, my bandmate Doug went on tour with Joe, sang with him, and he says just the loudest tone, like
Right.
you know, and I figured out the other day my idea of heaven is I'm with every guitar player that I've ever loved that's passed on, right? And then we have a jam session, and God looks at me and goes, Travis, turn down. So, like, just for sheer volume, I'd have to try Bonamassa's rig, you know. But that's a good one. So now let's go to an effect you will never buy. And I'll just start that.
But never buy
You would never buy. Consider,
as a player.
yeah, pretending you don't build pedals.
As a player.
You know, mine would be fill in the blank chorus. Anything. Name a chorus pedal. I will never buy it.
See, I can see a few isolated uses for that.
Oh, not me.
Yeah, see, man, like, I don't know, flange. I'm not a fan.
Right.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
I was gonna
flange.
say flanger. Like I'm not a big phaser guy. Nothing I play needs ones.
Yeah.
You play
if you're-
phaser all the time.
Well,
Well,
the vibe's a little different. Than
If you're
a
doing
phaser.
Wayland,
really close.
you need some phase. If you're doing Van Halen, you need some phase.
But flange. No one ever needs flange.
No one ever
Not
needs
unless
flange.
you're doing, was it Steely Dan or Stevie Nicks or somebody, I forget.
or talk
Same.
box.
It's the same
Same
person.
thing.
Or I'd play a talk
I want
box.
to play talk box.
Talk box is good for
I don't know if I'd ever do it in public, but I would. It's
I built one
it's
when I was
like
a kid.
It's like a motor scooter, you know. Fun to play to your friends find out, but whatever.
Sure.
I'll
That's
go
how
there,
the joke
right?
goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how that joke goes.
If you're commenting, don't finish the rest of the joke on the comment section, please. Thank you.
Oh, commenting. I thought you said comedy. I was like,
Comments. Please
yeah,
don't comment on that
I got
joke.
it. I got it. So flange, and you said phase and chorus.
You know,
Yeah,
did I say that?
I could see that.
I mean, just for me personally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would you ever use that pedal? You know,
Oh, not
If I was
everybody's
going to do a
perfect.
lot of bluesy stuff, I could see it. But
you don't even really need it for blues. You know, it's more like psychedelia. And
yeah, I mean, I guess that's what you're into.
I just really like that Robert Trower guy. He's like him and Daryl Trucks.
I mean, I hear it and I appreciate it. What guys do with it. But
Right.
like for me personally, like if I wasn't going to build anything, I'm just like, I'm just going to play what I want to play.
Right,
I'm probably not going to need it.
right, and that's how I am with chorus. Well, not really, because I can't think of a time where I was like, oh man, what this song needs is chorus. You know what I mean?
Well,
Playing this Alice in Chains tribute band. And
Well, I mean,
give me some chorus.
if you're playing some Dokken, say you're in a Dokken cover band.
Right, but imagine how good it would sound without the chorus. See what I'm saying?
But you would ruin 80s music if you didn't cheese it up.
Or if you played different music other than Dokken.
Now, is he still alive?
I don't know. Don Dokken.
Mr. Dokken himself.
There was a guy named Dokken.
Don Dokken, yeah.
Yeah, Don Dokken, yeah. No, I was just being funny, but I missed.
Try harder.
I know. But no, if you try, that's when it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Over.
That's my problem.
See, it'll catch on. It'll catch on. I gotta get a 13-year-old kid saying it. It'll catch on.
I see what you
Hashtag
mean.
over.
And I know 2 13-year-old kids, so I'm sorry one of them's your son. And-
Yeah, that was fun listening to him say,
Very
"Come
great.
on."
Come on. But this next one, I got time. It will make time. But this next one, I'm gonna set you up, Brian, and whether you choose to take it, or then that's fine. If not, well, where the heck is it?
I don't know the answer to that one.
Oh yeah.
That's the answer.
Page 4, subsection 3, paragraph A.
You sound like Steve Zahn.
Well, I'm not here with these fellas. I got a pig in the livestock pavilion. I'm going to win that blue ribbon.
I knew it. That's like that might as well have been a button that you push that something comes on, because I knew I'd push that button and Max would just finish it up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So
one answer.
this is definitely not for Max or I. It said, I was wondering what sort of test equipment do you need to build pedals? Multimeter, oscilloscope, signal generator, etc. You definitely need an etc. I know that just starting out. And which piece of test equipment is the most indispensable? Thanks, Lee in Tennessee.
You need a guy who built it for you.
The equipment that you need to build pedals is definitely a soldering iron,
Mm-hmm.
some sort of tool to desolder things after you mess up, so desoldering braid,
Yeah.
or
Solder sucker.
desoldering, yes, a solder sucker is what we like to call it. That
White
sucks solder.
Did you say white bread?
Yeah, for breadboarding.
Oh, no.
Now, that's not building. That's designing. So for building pedals, you gotta have that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you might.
I can see where a multimeter would come in if you're having problems with the circuit.
You're probably gonna need a multimeter, depending if you're. Yes, a multimeter. Yes.
Where does beer come in?
Beer.
He's getting there.
Yeah, this is just what you gather up before you go get the beer.
Oh,
So you got to get all this stuff. You probably need some resistors, capacitors,
Well, I think he means equipment. not so much-
BJTs, JFETs,
BLTs.
MOSFETs,
That's where the bread comes
ICM.
That's where the bread gets. Yeah.
from. Hashtag over.
But I think he means like equipment. You know,
Test
not,
equipment. There's people that have tons and tons of equipment, software to check it, and there's people who plug the pedal in and play it, and like it's
and there's
good.
people who have
and
a
it's-
Travis and Max, and that's test equipment. You know what I mean? It's like
It's, there's no. It depends on how much you want to spend and how much you want to go through.
read that top text from my wife. Come on.
Your pedal came today. That's good.
NPD, come on. New
pedal
pedal day.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
Josh from JHS sent
What
me
is
a mini fuzz foot. I
Cool.
want to try that out. Yeah, because
Is that tone bender? You said, right? Is that tone bender? I think he said
no.
the tone bender.
The one that was tone bender-ish was the Firefly.
Okay. So
I think
this
it's
is
fuzz fish.
is it germanium?
Fish. No, it's silicone.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't have any silicone fuzzes. I have germanium and then obviously the velvet fuzz. That's
Right.
the staple. Except for when I'm doing a country session, probably not going to need
Right.
the velvet fuzz. But,
So to quickly answer that last question, if you're just building in your garage, then you could probably download some oscilloscope software on your computer. That's a quick way to do
you
it.
even have iPads now.
Yeah, or iPads or iPhone. I mean, you can find some apps that do stuff like that. Sweep generators. Like a, what am I trying to say? A frequency analyzer.
Or a signal generator, something.
Signal generator. That's the word I was looking for. Signal. I started to say sweeping generator, but that's totally.
Dude, patent pending.
And then.
I gotta start Mike's been sleeping. And so, don't wake Max up. Don't wake him up. Yeah. Okay.
Wake up.
Yeah. So and then a guitar and a guitar amp.
I will say one thing. I don't know. And correct me if I'm wrong. Because that whole first room in your barn, I don't even look at.
Right.
You know, there's nothing there that involves my job.
Right.
So I don't
It's
even think there's
parts and breadboards
Yeah.
and scattered,
Yeah.
broken, like circuit boards that have been torn apart, and
out of pedals.
pieces
Yeah.
wired and wires everywhere.
It's like a
and-
graveyard for pedals.
It's like a graveyard for pedals.
But is there even an oscilloscope in there? I don't think so. Is there?
Not in that one, huh?
Yeah.
I have it on my Mac, but
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So, I
you
mean,
do use one.
but I don't have like the old school hardware version, which would be cool. Well, I don't there. We do in other places, but
Right. Yeah.
But when I'm breadboarding something like the oscilloscope, I'm not like contrary to what most people believe, I'm not like the guy that wants to run the numbers all the time.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm the guy
That's why they have data sheets.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they make engineers.
Right.
I'm just the guy that like,
Who invented
breadboard stuff.
engineers? But
yeah, God, probably.
yeah, damn it,
I think
everything.
it was in the New Testament somewhere.
Yeah. And thou shalt be engineers.
Right,
Come on over.
right. Guitar tone is
I'll work it in.
necessary for a happy life.
But man, we actually stayed on topic. We got a lot of stuff done. I still don't know what to do with my hands.
It's still,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I'm in the 80s picture pose.
Need to superimpose the profile behind
Like a
it.
cat in the background, or like the star frame thing. Perfect.
He said perfect.
I'm posting for pictures that aren't being taken in.
Hashtag nailed it. That should be the new one. But
Nailed it.
so if you guys,
Nailed it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it again because I'm sure it's embarrassing, and I'm sure it'll wind up on this podcast. But
It's an awesome video.
so if you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions or general ramblings, leave them in the comment section below. Email us at podcast@wamplerpedals.com. Check out the Facebook. Yeah, what did you say?
Chasing Tone on Facebook.
Yeah, Chasing Tone. Thank you. Chasing Tone on Facebook and Insta pages. Just Chasing
Check out
Tone.
Max's Blag.
Yeah,
Check out
Max's
Max's
Blag.
Blag.
Yeah, Max's blog is.
Yeah, there's been some cool articles on there recently.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, he's like, good stuff. I know, I wrote it. No,
Sure.
I wrote it.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, no, it's great, man. It is. I read it. I do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah, I'm one of your hits. No. But, no, you were telling me some stats on that once.
Yeah, it's actually gotten pretty big.
Yep.
Cool.
People are digging it.
Yeah, awesome. And Wampler Pedals Tone Group.
Yeah, on Facebook. Yep.
Yeah, man, we just keep adding to, I'm going to have to just, keep remembering, keep a running total of all the stuff, our outlets. You can reach us, and if you want to get a hold of us and you can't, it's not our fault.
It's your fault.
Right. Yeah, we need to screenshot that face. But, okay, for Max and Brian, I'm Travis. Thanks so much for watching and listening.
Skull.